Hi guys, today we're going to look at the rules of indices. Okay, so before we start looking at these examples, I want to point this. So basically the rule number one or law number one is adding. So if you have the same base and multiplication, you have to add powers. And the second rule says if we have division, okay, and the same base, we have to multiply the powers. And the last one is if you have a bracket, you multiply these two. Okay, so every single time you have to have the same base to work this out. Okay, so let's look at the examples. A squared multiplied by a to the power of 3 equals 2. So basically we carry the base, which is a, and then we add the powers. So 2 plus 3 is 5. So it's 5. It's a to the power of 5. The second one is division of indices, and you have the same powers, the same bases. Okay, so in this example, you will be subtracting the powers. So we have the same base, obviously, and then 5 minus 2 is 3, and that's the answer. And division also might be written as a fraction. Okay, so we have to take it away as well. So then we have 3 minus 4, which is minus 1. Okay, so it can be negative number as well. It might be even a fraction, and I'll show you that in the next video. What do we do if we have bracket? Okay, so this time we will be multiplying. Okay, so that is a 2 multiplied by 3, 6, and very important, if we have any number or any letter to the power of 0, it's always 1. Okay, and this is just a rule to remember. Okay, just write it down in color into your copy and exclamation mark in here. Okay, so let's have a look at more complicated questions in here. Okay, so you still have the rules in front of you. Okay, again, if you multiply, you add the indices. If you have division, you subtract. If you have bracket, you multiply these two. Okay, now let's start with the very first one. Okay, algebra rule says letter by letter, number by number. Okay, so we look at numbers first, and then we look at letters A and then B's. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 4, A multiplied by a to the power of 3, b squared multiplied by b to the power of minus 2. Okay, so the answer is 2 by 4, 8. A, you have to remember, if you have just a, this is a to the power of 1, so we don't have to write down a to the power of 1 every single time, because every number to the power of 1 is just the same number. But if you have different powers in here, just write it down and get it right. So a to the power of 1 multiplied by a to the power of 3, you have to add these, that would be a to the power of 4. Then looking at b's, we have b to the power of 2 multiplied by b to the power of minus 2, so it's adding, it's 2 plus minus 2, okay, and that is 0. So we have b to the power of 0, and we can simplify it, 8 a to the power of 4, as b to the power of 0 is 1. Okay, so that would be the answer. If we look at the next question, we have 12a to the power of 6, b to the power of minus 3, divide by 4a, and let's write down 1 straight away, b to the power of minus 2. Again, numbers together and letters together, so we have 12 divided by 4, which is 3, and then we have a to the power of 6 by a to the power of 1, we have to take it away, so 6 minus 1 is 5, that is a to the power of 5. And then we have b to the power of minus 3 divided by b to the power of minus 2, so we are subtracting minus 2. Okay, you have to be extra careful in here, and it's good to just write it down beside or on the side of your copy. So you have 2 minuses in here, that gives you plus, so we have minus 3 plus 2, and that is minus 1. Okay, so we have b to the power of -1. Next one, we have bracket to the power of 2. That means you have to multiply everything, and you can't forget about the numbers. So that would be 2 to the power of 2, and then you have to multiply these. Okay, or you can simply write down 2 brackets even, and c to the power of 1 straight away. Okay, so we can just write down that sum as a squared b minus 2c1 multiplied by 2a to the power of 2 b minus 2c1, right? And that is 2 by 2 is 4, then a squared and a squared, that is a to the power of 4. Okay, so this time you are adding. Okay, if you decided to write down bracket by bracket, you're adding this. If you want to do it quicker, you can just multiply this straight away, but don't forget multiply the number. So put it to the power of 2 and give the answer. Okay, and then we have b, we have -2 plus -2, that is -4. Okay, and c to the power of 1, c to the power of 1, that would be c to the power of 2. Okay, if you're not sure if you have minuses, always check it on your calculator. Okay, and the very last question, so I'm going to write it down in red. That's division. Okay, that's a fraction, so we will be subtracting. And this is, first of all, we have to divide numbers. So 3 divided by 3, 9 divided by 3 is 3, and then we have a to the power of 1 divided by a to the power of 1, it's a to the power of 0, which is 1. Or straight away, you have the same number to the same power, you can just cross these and cancel. And then we have b to the power of 3 divided by b to the power of 1. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is b to the power of 2. Okay, don't forget to put these ones to get it right. And then you have c to the power of 6 divided by c to the power of -3, so we have 6 minus -3, again double minus, and that gives you plus. Okay, so that is 6 plus 3, which is 9. Okay, so basically that's it for today. These 3 laws to remember. Okay, what do we do and how do we do it? And remember, you must have the same base to work it out. And then just remember, any number, any letter to the power of 0 gives you 1. Bye bye.